asking me about container homes.
I was just about to ask you about container homes, actually. Like, how does this whole thing work? Like, I've always seen videos about it, but I've never seen somebody explain it to me and stuff. And
Perfect question. So starts with design. One of the unique things about Crosthwaite Customs is we actually design, permit, and build it ourselves, right? So usually you'd have an architect do the plans for you, and then you have to find a builder. And then there's always an oil and water sort of a thing between the builder and the architect. But since I design it, I can build it, and then we have an awesome cost plus model. They're very efficient. They're not a whole lot cheaper. They're basically about the same cost to build, but there's some big benefits beyond that. Like, for example, your traditional home is going to rot, right? You're going to have all kinds of organic components that are going to fail over time, and they're going to need to be replaced. Well, these steel buildings that I build are going to outlive us all. And so it's a one-time cost, and like especially here in Arizona, it's $15,000 to replace a roof. You would never have any of those costs. So it is a little more cost-effective, but they're so much more efficient. They don't have repairs and stuff like that, and then they're very dense for the heating and cooling when you spray foam insulation, and so they're like a gigantic Yeti cooler essentially, right? So they're very efficient to heat and cool.
okay, what would you say, like, the smallest one you've ever made, and, like, what is the biggest?
The biggest one would be the one down in Tucson. We built put 12 40s together that's on a real missile silo. So the original Titan missile silo complexes that are around Arizona.
Yeah.
This gentleman purchased one of those, and we integrated an entire compound on top of it. And then probably the smallest one we've done would be just a single 20. As a camper, or not a camper, for a hunting camp.
For a hunting camp?
Yeah.
That's super cool. Where do you see more people putting these at, like, throughout the country or whatnot? Like, what types of land? Like, I know you can put them on all lands and stuff, but, like...
The truth is they're so versatile because they're already a sea-going vessel, right? So you can just plug and play almost anywhere. Although for more tropical climates, like my wife's Mexican, and so we spend a lot of time in Mexico, and some tropical areas it might be better to go with more like of a block or concrete block, or use the material that's there. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, you can just set them and they're good to go.
And what would be some basic information you would need from somebody like me if I want to, like, I buy some land or whatever, for me starting off, so we can get, like, the ball rolling and, like,
first question I ask everybody: budget.
Mm-hmm.
I establish parameters to paint within, right? Most guys will almost design you out of your budget right away because it's about what they want to put on there, right? Mm-hmm. For me, it's about what you want. So I take your idea and make it come to reality by taking your idea and packaging it inside of building safety, inside your budget, and help guide you, right? Because my business model is not a retail situation. Most guys, they want to pay $5 for the drywall and charge you $10, and that markup is how they earn a living. I don't do any of that, okay? Because it's a specialty product, I get to show you the costs. So I just show you, this is what it costs to build, and this is what I cost to project management. So that's what actually keeps my numbers down. So like the $250 a square foot deal, most builders can't touch that. I'm still hitting those numbers because it's full transparency. Now I can have a meeting with you and the plumber, and whereas other builders, they don't want you to talk to the plumber because they don't want to know. They've been marking it up, and it's illegal. That's how they earn a living. It's not illegal or anything, but it doesn't feel very good. And you spend more time being a coyote looking for a paycheck in these retail exchanges rather than paying attention to your project. So my business model allows me to do what you want on your behalf. That keeps the cost down and makes customers happy.
Cool. All right. I think that's all the questions I have now. I'm going to take one of these
cards.
Yeah,
please do. Please do. Thank you very much. What was your name?
Dom.
Dom. Yeah. I hope you reach out and we'll talk soon.
All right. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too.
See ya.